guys, the Curious Owl here, and welcome to another Tag Tuesday video. So this week I am doing the Rip It or Ship It tag. I saw this so long ago and has been one that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I was going to do it actually last week, but last week ended up being super crazy and I couldn't end up actually filming it. But today I have a little bin filled with different names of different characters that I love and people that, I could possibly ship them with. And so the rules of this game, if you're not familiar with this tag, is that you basically put a bunch of names of characters that in from any kinds of series or books or things like that you love, and you put them all in here, and then you shuffle them all around, and you draw two names, and depending on those names, you can either decide to ship them or make them into a couple, or rip them and keep them separated because for one reason or another, you don't like them being together. You can come up with any kind of reasoning that you want with it, and it's really fun. And so without further ado, let's get to the first couple. Just shuffle them up a little bit because I haven't really touched them in like 3 days. So let's see, I've got 1 and 2. Okay. So first I have Ridley from the Beautiful Creature series, and I have also Amma from the Beautiful Creature series. No, these two would not work out at all. Amma absolutely despises the caster world. She wants nothing to do with it, and Ridley is one of those people that she absolutely actually despises the most, I think, in the series, because Ridley causes all kinds of mayhem and trouble. And Amma is just too old to deal with a teenage little brat as she has to deal with Ethan all the time. So I'm going to say that this is going to be ripped. Alright, round 2. There's going to be a lot of rounds in this. I'm just going to say I came up with a lot of different characters. Mostly from Beautiful Creatures and Harry Potter and basically my favorite series. So it's going to be fun. Let's see. Alright, I feel 1 and I got 2. Okay. So now I have Macon from the Beautiful Creatures series paired up with Gazzy from the Maximum Ride series. No, that's a little bit of pedophilia. I'm not going to endorse that, so that's going to be ripped. Now, if it was to be a child, like a child's father scenario, still no, because Gazzy, I think, would just get on Macon's nerves all the time. Oh boy, 2 rips. Let's see if we can get a good one. Oh gosh, I feel like this is going to be an absolute trash fire, to be completely honest. Oh god. Alright, so I have 1, and now I have the second one. Okay. So I've got Seraphine DeConnier from the Beautiful Creature series, and I have Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter. No, I really don't think Albus would like Seraphine, because Seraphine's kind of like the Voldemort of the Beautiful Creature series. Well, not essentially. Okay, she's more like the Bellatrix, I guess, because in reality, Abraham Ravenwood is the Voldemort of the Beautiful Creature series, so I really don't think Albus Dumbledore would like a copy of Bellatrix Lestrange. I feel like that would just be really awkward, especially since Albus would more than likely be trying to help Ethan and Lena, and Harry would probably be somewhere in the middle there. Like, he'd probably be the link of the whole scenario, so I'm going to say this one's going to be ripped as well. Trying to not get a Beautiful Creatures one this time, but it's probably going to happen because there's a lot of Beautiful Creatures characters in here. So we have Rose from the Vampire Academy series being paired up with Ethan Waite from Beautiful Creatures. Okay, so actually this one I probably would be okay with because I don't know how much they would really have in common, because Rose is kind of a badass in her own way, and Ethan's kind of a character where he's not exactly a badass, but he's kind of really trying to grow into himself throughout the series. But I don't know, it's possible, in a whole nother universe that these characters met up, it would probably be possible for Rose to fall in love with Ethan, or Ethan to fall in love with Rose for her strength, because in all honesty, I think that's a lot of the reason why he fell in love with Lena in the first place, is because she's so very different from everyone that's in his little town of Gatlin, South Carolina. And she kind of has this inner strength of herself that I think, is really drawn to. And so maybe, I think it's possible that Rose and Ethan could get together. I mean, I'm not going to count it out as a possibility. Okay, so we finally have 1 ship. That's good. But that's kind of the 4 rips for 1 ship. That's kind of not good. Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter being paired up with Nudge from Maximum Ride. Interesting. So finally we don't have a Beautiful Creatures character in here, but Luna and Nudge, well, by the end of it, there's a couple years difference, but I don't know. I don't know how Nudge would feel about Luna's kind of just all airiness and kind of etherealness, and Nudge is very much a character where she's very much, focused on what she enjoys, and she's very, very intelligent, but this is kind of another scenario where I don't really know how they would interact. It's very possible they could end up becoming a couple, but I'm not going to count against it. It's definitely something I could see possibly happening if, by some magical reason, these two characters ended up coming together. I think Nudge might be really attracted to Luna's kind of etherealness and kind of go with the flow aspect, and Luna could really be, attracted to Nudge's intellect, and because Nudge would definitely be in Ravenclaw for all I know. I think that she definitely has the wit and the capability to have been placed in Ravenclaw, so it's entirely possible these two could have ended up at least becoming friends, if not a couple. All right, 4 for 2. Let's see if this can continue, if I can continue on this ship streak. We have Neville Longbottom from Harry Potter being matched with Izzy from Maximum Ride. Okay, so 2 Harry Potter characters being matched up with 2 different Maximum Ride characters. That's interesting. Okay, so Izzy is blind, so I think, honestly, if he just got to know a person without seeing them, it definitely would open up a lot more different types of relationships, and I think that Neville is awkward enough, like Izzy, to where they really, I think, would connect in a lot of ways. And I think Neville would really like taking care of Izzy in a lot of ways because, Izzy, he can't see very well, but he can see kind of some shadows and stuff like that from what I know of the Maximum Ride series. And I don't know, Neville's got this very caring kind of, thing about him. He really likes to take care of people that he cares about, and I really like the idea of these 2 characters being together because Izzy is so sweet and he is very caring throughout the entire series, and Neville is just the sweet, awkward teenage boy that is throughout the entire Harry Potter series that you just can't help but love. I would really like to think that these 2 characters could meet at some point, and I would be willing to bet Izzy might also be a part of Gryffindor, if at all possible, because although he is blind, he's very courageous and is willing to put his own life on the line for the people he cares about. So I would think that these 2 would at some point meet up and really, really like to get to know each other. I think that this could work. Angel from the Maximum Ride series, the little 7-year-old girl. Oh god, this is going to turn out bad. And Dimitri from Vampire Academy. No, that's almost borderline pedophilia, and Dimitri is freaking awful in the Vampire Academy series after a few books. Like, he's really sweet and really cool at the beginning, but you get further into the series and he just turns out to be an absolute asshole. Well, partially not of his own doing, but no. Angel, even though she's super, super powerful in the Maximum Ride series, that's borderline pedophilia. No. Next we have Fang from Maximum Ride being paired up with Fred Weasley from Harry Potter. Oh my gosh. I don't think this would work, really, because Fang is so very serious, and he is a really moody, kind of brooding character throughout Maximum Ride, and Fred is one of the biggest comic reliefs in the entirety of the Harry Potter series. Like, you love him just because he's such an idiot, and he's so funny, and he's just pulling pranks all the time. I think Fang would get really freaking irritated of him very, very quickly and would want to punch him, and you'd have to take Max in, and you'd have to get her to, like, break them up because they're gonna try to kill each other, so that's not gonna work. Okay, so we have Bellatrix Lestrange and Christian Ozera from Vampire Academy. Okay, so this is weird because Bellatrix is a lot older than Christian, but Christian is pretty much an adult in the beginning of the series. Like, all of the main characters in Vampire Academy are at least like 17 or 18. So the age difference here, it would be really weird for the age difference, but I think that Christian would kind of be put off by Bellatrix because Bellatrix is absolutely bonkers nutso, whereas Christian's a little bit more down to earth and he's actually a pretty good guy. So I think it would definitely be one of those situations where Bellatrix would be so headstrong that she would go ask him out and he would outright completely reject her and be like, "Bitch, you're crazy. No." So I do not think this would end up working out at all. We have Hermione Granger from Harry Potter being paired up with Harry Potter! Yes! Oh my god, this is the ultimate ship. I have been shipping Harry and Hermione for years. I have always thought that Harry was going to be way better off with Hermione, and I was really disappointed that he ended up with Ginny, mostly because I feel like their relationship kind of just sparked out of nowhere, and it was kind of a cop-out because he was Ron's best friend and it's his little sister, and I thought it was really weird. I've been shipping Harry and Hermione for freaking years now, so this is my ultimate shipping, and I cannot believe this actually happened in this. Ah! Okay, so now on that high, let's pick another section. or another section, another pairing. Okay, so we have Sita from the Thirst series by Christopher Pike, who is a 5,000-year-old vampire and is absolutely badass. And then we have Lissa from Vampire Academy. Okay, so they're both vampires, so that works out. Lissa is also a Morai, which is like a really powerful vampire royalty. Like, she's actually possibly going to become queen. And so, I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. So Sita, in my opinion, after having read the books several years ago and thinking on it a little bit more, I would consider Sita to possibly be bisexual. Lissa is royalty, and I think she also has some kinds of bisexual, you know, not tendencies, I would say, but like there's some things about her where I'm like, it's possible she could be bisexual, even though she's dating Christian in the Vampire Academy series. But for some reason, I think that two vampires, being both women, would actually work really well together. I mean, Sita's much, much older than Lissa is by ginormous standards. But I really think for some reason these two would actually work well together, because I think Sita would be able to teach Lissa a lot of things about, you know, standing up for herself and being strong-headed. And Lissa would also kind of get to Sita's more emotional side and much more kind of feminine side, if you will. I think that these two actually could end up working really well together. Okay, we only have a few more at this point, so we're going to try to get through this as quick as we can. Alright. We have Voldemort from the Harry Potter series being paired with Max from Maximum Ride. No, that would not work, because Max is a good person. She loves people. She loves helping people. Voldemort is trying to kill everyone, and he probably would try to kill her because she would be trying to protect the wizarding world if she knew about it, so that's not going to work. So we have Ronald Weasley from Harry Potter being paired up with Ginny. Oh God, no. 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 George Weasley being paired with Professor McGonagall. Oh my God, that'd be freaking hilarious, but I think McGonagall's dealt with him too much to really even want to consider dating him. I don't think she despises him per se, but I don't think she really cares for him much because he's a bit of a troublemaker, so that's not gonna work. Okay, we have two more pairings left, so here we go. This one is Link from the Beautiful Creatures series being paired up with Lena DeConnier from the Beautiful Creatures series. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, so Link, if you guys don't know the series, is actually Ethan's best friend, and I think he's got a bit of a thing for Lena in some aspect, but I don't think he would be okay with trying to steal his best friend's girl. And I think that Lena does like him in some sense. Like, she adores him as, like, her friend. But I don't think they would be crossing the relationship border. But in terms of if Lena wasn't with Ethan at all, I think that these two could actually be pretty cool, because I think that Lena would be able to really get Link to start becoming a little bit more serious about things, and she would really change him for the better. And, you know, Link would just make her smile and make her laugh all the time because he's an absolute idiot. So, I don't know. I think in a perfect world, if Lena and Ethan were never actually going to be a thing, I think Lena and Link might actually be a couple. So that could work. And the last pairing that we have for this tag is between Olivia Durand of Beautiful Creatures and John Breed of Beautiful Creatures. Oh, well, John is a bit of a hybrid caster. Like, he's got this weird kind of situation going on where he's like half caster and like half incubus, I think. And Olivia is a human and is what is called a keeper in training, because she's essentially this character that is in training to become a keeper, which is essentially keeping the secrets of the caster world and only directing people to information that they are requesting and not really interfering with any kinds of, you know, caster relations or things like that. So, I don't know. I don't think Olivia really cares for John in any sense. I don't quite know, because as of this moment, I haven't even started the third book of the series, and so we've only met John Breed very briefly throughout the second book, and I don't quite know what Olivia's thoughts on John are, and I'm wondering, though, if she is somehow attracted to him, but I think in all reality, I think she would not want to be with him because he kind of has caused a lot of problems for her friends. And I think that she just doesn't like him because of that. And I think that it would also really go against her keeper in training responsibilities to be with him, because he could possibly try to rope her into some very bad scenarios. So this last ship I'm going to actually end up ripping. Okay, so that was actually a lot of fun. I am really surprised to see the kinds of shippings that were brought up in this game, and this is such a fun tag to do, and I would love to do this again in the future. If you guys are interested in doing this tag yourself, please consider yourselves tagged and have fun with this. This is actually really, really cool. I'm surprised that I had more rips than ships, but at the same time, I had a lot of villains being paired up with good people or adults being paired up with kids, and that just was not happening. No, there's just some things I can't allow. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do give it a big thumbs up, and if you're not already and you'd like to be, hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock, and I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye, guys!